hidden around on my computer that I would love to add for you. All right, so that brings us to our syllabus objective that we need to talk about today, and that is developing a holistic self-care plan. All right, you need to engage yourself not only in work self-care, but also in personal self-care. We're talking about all aspects, holistic, every part of your life. All right. Alrighty. Activities to help you stay fit and healthy and with enough energy to get through your work and personal commitments. You should definitely develop a regular sleep routine. Absolutely. Aim to get a healthy diet. Make sure when you are working at home or working in your garden or working at your work site that you are taking lunch breaks. You're taking those breaks. Go for a walk at lunchtime. Take your dog, if you have one, for a walk after work. Walk. Are you hearing this term more than once? Walk, walk, walk. It actually helps balance your hormones. And for those of you that have a lot of stress and high cortisol and anxiety, walking is actually proven to be more beneficial to you than hardcore exercise. Strength training is great. Hardcore cardio, like running, unless you're addicted to the runner's high and the endorphins. Honestly, walking is the healthiest thing that you can do because it does not stress or tax your system while you are doing it. Use your sick leave at work if you are sick. Make sure that you take your sick leave and take care of yourself and go and get your rest. All right. Get some exercise before and after work. It will help regulate your hormones. It will help regulate your metabolism. It will help work out any of that negative nervous energy that you have. It will make you feel better. Your muscles act as endocrine organs, believe it or not. Your fatty tissue acts as an endocrine organ. Your actual endocrine organs will start activating and neurotransmitters will start pumping with exercise. You will end up getting all of those feel-good chemicals pumping in your system. Also engage in psychological self-care. If you need to just zone out and play a game on your phone for 15 minutes to decompress and sort of just get away from real life for a minute, do that. All right. Don't endlessly doom scroll if you can help it. Just zone out for a few minutes and then come on back after you've taken that little mental break. All right. Activities that help you feel clear-headed and able to intellectually engage with professional challenges that you find in work or in your personal life. Things that you can do to sort of add clarity and focus are things like keeping a reflective journal, engaging in external supervision or consult with a more experienced colleague about stuff. Make sure that you're doing non-work hobbies. Don't let work consume your life. When you're an entrepreneur, you're starting your own business, that becomes your hobby. It becomes your life. It becomes your baby, like your single focus. You need to try to engage in a hobby that is not related to your work, if at all possible. Turn off your email and work phone outside of work hours. I mean, of course, that depends on your job. I have students emailing me at 3 a.m. sometimes. And if I happen to be awake, I have a bad habit of answering all the time because I don't want to keep you guys waiting for sure. Because I understand how it is sometimes to stress about your assignments. I was a student once too. I was a student several times. I get it. Absolutely. But if you can disengage yourself from your work, absolutely do that. Sometimes it's hard if your work email is on your phone, like fine. But you can definitely try to make that happen. Make time for relaxation. Make time to engage with positive friends and family. And make sure you're engaging in emotional self-care. Allow yourself to safely experience your full range of emotions. Do not bottle everything up inside. Do not hold in your anger. Do not hold in your tears. If you are in a safe place to do so, make sure that you are feeling your feelings, okay? Try to develop friendships that are supportive. Write down 3 good things that you did each day. This will work as a positive affirmation, and it will also sort of set in motion you doing more good things every day. Play a sport and have coffee together after training with someone. Go to the movies or do something else that you enjoy. Um, Start going to parents group meetings or other social groups. Talk to your friends about how you're coping with work and life demands to get those frustrations out of you, off your chest, and maybe use your friends as a sounding board for ideas with dealing with those things. You know, you need to also do some spiritual self-care. This involves having a sense of perspective beyond the day-to-day of life, okay? Something beyond yourself. Engage in reflective practices like meditation if that interests you. Go on bushwalks. By this, we're not talking about walking on the concrete sidewalk around your neighborhood. Go walk in some trees and put your feet on some grass and do some grounding. Go to a church or a mosque or a temple if you happen to be someone who is part of organized religion. Do yoga for functional stretching and also meditative exercises if that interests you. Reflect with a close friend for support. These are all things that you can do. Absolutely. Get yourself in nature. Go talk to a tree. Absolutely. Um, Buy yourself a plant wave and listen to the plants talk to you. You can definitely get yourself out there and learn some new weird things to get yourself reconnected with nature. All right, relationship self-care. This is about maintaining healthy, supportive relationships and ensuring that you have diversity in your relationships so that you're not only connected to work people or people who are extremely like-minded as you. You don't want to get sunk into groupthink where none of you are able to have an opinion or the ability to learn something outside of yourself, all right? Prioritize close relationships with partners, family, and children. Put your close family before your job, all right? They are your priority. Attend special events that your family and friends have. Do not constantly put them off for work. Arrive to work and leave on time every day if possible. You can also create your own self-care plan, which is what this download is that I have for you, this self-care plan printable. All right. Select a strategy or activity in each of the things we talked about, or look at this self-care wheel, this personal, professional, physical, psychological, et cetera, et cetera. Put those into the self-care plan. Fill it out with activities that you enjoy and that support your well-being. Keep it in a place where you will see it every single day. Keeping it visible will help you think about and commit to the strategies in your plan, all right? If you see it, it's there. If you don't see it, it might cease to exist to you if you have executive dysfunction issues. You can also share it with your supervisor. I mean, that's maybe crossing a boundary. Colleagues, friends, definitely, and family so they can support you in your actions. If you make a work self-care plan, and you have a cool supervisor, you could definitely share it. But I would keep your personal self-care plan to yourself. Stick to your plan and practice the activities on a regular basis. Just like an athlete doesn't become fit by merely thinking about fitness, as a worker, you can't expect to perform effectively without putting into practice a holistic plan for your well-being. You have to do what you say you're going to do for yourself. Try to do this for 1 month and then reassess, again in 3 months. Plans can take over a month minimum to become a habit, all right? So check in and be realistic about your own self-care plan. Like, don't set goals that are just not attainable for you right now. After a while, you can come back and complete the self-care assessment again, and then find out where you're going with your new habits, what things you can add, what things just aren't working for you. All right. Once you have created this plan, it is important to ask yourself, what might get in the way? All right. What can you do to remove those barriers? Do you need to wake up earlier? Do you need to reschedule something? Do you need to do something at lunch that you haven't been doing, or stop doing something at lunch that you had been doing? All right. You can adjust your strategies and think honestly about whether any of your strategies are negative, Like, are you not getting enough sleep because you're waking up 2 hours early to do your workout? Because you really only get your gains from your workout when you're sleeping, when human growth hormone is activated. So, are you really just making yourself sicker and tearing down your immune system and making yourself more stressed because you're trying to be healthy by waking up 2 hours earlier to do a workout? All right. You need to see if your strategies are negative and how you can adjust your plan to avoid or minimize the impact of those things in the plan. All right. So this is available for you to check out. That is all I have for you today. Please absolutely enjoy your weekend, and I will see you guys next week.